Can men and women truly be friends? I've been struggling to believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've talked about this on a prior episode, but I don't know if like we've dedicated a lot of time on it.
I let the straights answer.
Mm. I mean, I already kind of started with like I struggle to believe that it's possible.
I definitely think it's possible. It just takes a certain amount of self-control, discipline, and boundaries. But it depends how many people we think are healed and can set good boundaries and stick to them. Those things 0.25% of one person. I think 1 to 3 people are able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it definitely can be done, and for some people even easily. But for 7 to 9 out of 10 of us, maybe not.
100% agree.
Final answer.
Yep.
You say no because you think that hot people inevitably want to fuck.
Even outside of that, like, sure. I mean, let's talk hot, ugly, whatever. Hot people inevitably want to fuck. One's hot, one's ugly. One's gonna feel more than the other.
The ugly always wants to fuck the hot,
And
and
then
the hot just might one day find their personality endearing and forget that they're not attractive.
maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't always seem like it's. It seems like the thought is always there, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you successfully are good friends, like why not? Like we're opposite sex if we're straight. Like that's just I feel like that's just always in the back of a thought of someone.
It's so odd that we can't just be friends. Like I think I'm probably in the minority in thinking that it's more possible than not possible. But just on the face of it, it's like, why can't we just not have sex?
Well, I mean,
Why is that such a
it's
radical thing and
it's
difficult
built into
thing for
us.
people?
Because
You don't gotta fuck
you don't go and introduce yourself to nobody who you're not attracted to. You don't be just randomly out here trying to make friends.
But if you make a friend and they happen to be of the opposite sex, like,
And attractive.
just because they're attractive don't mean that you don't have to fuck.
I mean,
And what if they like,
Sure, you don't have to, but wouldn't you think about it?
the thing
Yeah.
is, you're gonna have that thought just off of the first interaction, especially if they somewhat of your type or something like that. Like you just gonna that's what drew you to them, was some form of attraction, and it either lessened or worsened with your interaction with them.
Yep, man. And outside of it, it was the attraction that Ace is talking about. Wasn't even. It's not always looks. Something attracted you to them.
I think I disagree with that premise. Or why can't it be innocent? Like, I bumped into you by accident at a fucking J. Cole concert.
If it was
I'm not-
innocent, you just walked away after that. My bad, shawty, walked away. But if you seen something that attracted you after that interaction, you're either going to respond to lessen or worsen that attraction.
I'm going to assume that you don't want to date this person. Because I think you guys are also like, I shot my shot and I got friend zoned now for friends. But like, I'm going off the assumption I don't want to date this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not been friend zoned it and trying to deal with it. Is that
No, even including that situation, it's
still impossible?
Yeah, because sure, I don't want to date you, but the idea of fucking you is not at the table.
I think it's cool to think about it.
Yes, but like that's the thing. It's like that. Then that, like, sure, if you're thinking about it, whether you realize it or not, that creates a certain tension, and that goes for both people, whether they realize it or not, and whether you both recognize it or not.
Do you agree with that?
If you thought about the idea of fucking them, even if it's just for a blip, your mind is going to respond to that thought, especially if you like that thought or if you could see yourself doing that. It's going to respond to interact with them based off of that attraction.
And I think you are totally fine. I agree that it's okay to think about fucking someone of the opposite sex, especially if they are cool. I mean, we happen to be friends. So it's like, that's exactly why I also don't think it's possible to just be friends when at least one of us is thinking this.
Heard. I would go back to what I said earlier about you do have to have some self-control, self-discipline, and boundaries. And a lot of us don't. So I hear that. But it's just crazy to me that the norm can't be to not fuck someone of the opposite sex. Like, even if you want to, like, just be like, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that.
If you're both two consenting adults, why not?
Because we don't need to do that. We could, sure.
So, even as a lesbian, interacting with these dudes, all it takes is looking in their eyes and smiling and giving great customer service for me to immediately see that thought pass across their mind.
I'm sure. May I ask you a question?
Sure.
To Los's point, as a woman who likes women, you and have women friends, what stops you from just being like, well, I mean, if you weren't in a relationship, but with your other gay friends at that, and be like, let's just fuck.
Probably self-control.
Okay.
There's still that film of tension.
All right. Because I think, me personally, I would think it's because I just don't want to fuck everybody. Just because we can fuck don't mean that we...
That's true. It's some of my friends who I never would have...
Sure, but
Right.
what about the other way?
But... Right, I can't say if they haven't thought... I'm pretty hot shit, you know? They might have thought about fucking me or something.
Like, it's like, it's a two-way street, and the chances of people being, checking off that list both ways, I think it's very low chance of it happening.
Even if it's somewhat innocent, right? Like, it's still the thing that's attracting to them. Something about them. You can have just a light, like just a positive aura about you, and that draws people to you. And they're gonna go through this questioning among themselves, like, hey, why do I like this person? Why are their lights so bright to me? Why am I drawn to them? And one of their thoughts that's gonna pass is it a sexual thing, or is it like they're gonna see if they like you more or less based off of that attraction and those interactions with you.
How do you deal with your significant other having friends they could fuck? Like female friends. Because in the same vein of this, if men and women can't be friends genuinely without fucking, why is it that women on women can?
Because we got self-control.
Oh, brother.
Ace, you know that's
Okay,
not everyone. You know that's not everyone.
But see, for women,
I've heard the stories.
It go back to the key and the lock thing, right? Everybody don't we like as a woman, you can't allow people to have so much access to you to protect yourself. It comes down to self-preservation. Right? So therefore it's a certain discipline there that I'm not trying to fuck everybody who I know.
I think the fact that there is no key to this other lock, you can bash these locks together
Ayo.
without worry.
I hate it.
Or you can get some scissors
I hate it. Both of y'all.
and cut the lock. All right. If you get it wet first, it's easier to cut.
Sir.
That's my last one.
Too far.
And if you get it hot, no, I'm just
I hate it.